What's up, guys? Welcome back to another MCOC Alliance War, and this is the second war of Season 2. This time my alliance is taking on Novi Orbis, and I'm taking paths 6 to 7 once again. I see that the first fight could either be at Hyperion or Medusa. I wait till I have full energy and boost all the way up. It's a little bit different being in Tier 2 than it was being in Tier 1. I do throw a Power 1 start boost on, and that allows me to drop a first special at the start of the fight. Was just in case I fought Hyperion. I boosted, used that boost, hoping to get the Petrified debuff first, but it wasn't the first debuff. Not that it mattered, because fighting Medusa in this one. Her first special is unblockable, but it's not hard to evade. Kind of surprised I didn't try to push her back a little bit more, but could have been because of the Furies. I didn't want the node Furies to build up. And typically I like to bait out the first special. Don't really like getting her to the second special, just because her range on it can be makes it a little bit hard to evade it when you're up close. But I finish her off, taking very little damage. This next fight, it is a science, and when I get there, I see the persistent charges, so I know that it's going to be a MODOK. Not my favorite champion to fight on this node, and I actually can't remember if I get hit in this fight or not. I don't think, no, I didn't get hit, but I do start with 1 bar of power. And yeah, it's just triggering that auto block and trying to time it with the Bane transfer. Obviously, my Bane transfer was terrible there, and got halfway through it before transferring it back. Didn't evade that L1 like I should have, and now I'm waiting. I'm trying to get rid of that shield so I can transfer this Bane back. Just taking way too much damage. I only get 11 total hits in, which is pretty bad. I mean, it's good in the fact that Bane did a lot of damage, as well as my debuffs only doing 11 hits to finish that fight, but bad as far as all the damage that I took. So up next, I checked the profile, saw that this was going to be Stark Spidey. He has 4 rank 5 champions. A lot of rank 5 champions on their defense, so yes, a very tough alliance for us. And I start off with a parry and another parry, go for the heavy attack, just because I want to drop my first special here. Don't want him to evade. And I get a agility. I forget what that debuff is called, but it reduces their chances to evade. And because I think I get, do I get another one before I get to 1 bar of power? I can't remember, but I do know that I do throw my first special, hoping that the reduced evade lets me, yeah, so I get 2 of them, so I'm going to throw this special, hoping that he doesn't evade it. And I can't remember if he evades this one or not. I do know, so no evade there. I think the next one I throw, he does evade. Let's see. But overall, not doing too bad in this fight. I am getting cornered, which I really don't want to do, but I also don't want to push him to 2 bars of power. I can evade it, but sometimes I do mess up. So actually, no, he didn't evade at all in this fight. I must be thinking about a different fight. But yes, I can evade and punish his L2. I just don't like doing it, just because of the potential damage that I could be taking from it. So up next, what boost did I add to this? So the tech boost, indestructibility boost, which I use just in case, and it turns out that I did actually need it. One of the bad things about not bringing blade is I have to build all the way up. I don't get to start with 3, so it just takes a little bit longer. Kingpin, he was cooperating with me there, so he wasn't like going in doing multiple attacks and then before backing out, he was just dashing in, dashing back out, let me build up those poise charges. I'm gonna keep an eye on that that rage counter over there. See it up to 5, and there we go. Luckily, I had that indestructibility boost, but it also means that I can't push him to an L3, which I have done a few times, fighting Kingpin. Now he's in overpower, and I have to be very careful about his special attacks. That special 1 can be unblockable, along with the special 2. And I was really hoping he would throw that special earlier, and I could get a special 2 off before the overpower wears off, because while he's in overpower, he doesn't shrug off any debuffs. So yes, all of those shocks would have stuck, and I would have been doing more damage than I ended up doing. But yes, once again, he's up to 6, but it doesn't matter at this point. Once I drop another L2, this fight's going to be over. So got up there to L2, drop it. So it was good having that tech power boost or whatever they're called, because it allowed me to get to the second special a lot faster. So up next we have a tech here on my favorite node 38. So I go ahead and put 2 health potions on, just because I know that it's going to be Infinity War Iron Man, and I go into the war and it's not. I could have saved my health potions there. Maybe. I can't remember who the next fight is. So, yeah, it depends on who's the next fight. Yeah, actually, no, I actually needed the health potions anyways for the next fight, but when I came in here and I saw that it was Doc, I was very relieved, even though I do have trouble fighting him sometimes, just because he's a pretty fast champion. So sometimes I do mistime the parries, and you know, trying to bait out the special there. It's taking a while for him to throw it, but I'm not worried about him building up the armors, because even if my attacks aren't doing too much damage, the degeneration from the debuffs is doing all the work. So yeah, he can not throw his specials all he wants. His health is going to be continuously ticking away. And do we reach Fear to Void? Yes, so reach Fear to Void, but I do have a debuff on him, so it is still ticking away. And I dropped my L1 there, so very nice being able to fight somebody that doesn't have an auto block there, based off of the armor ups that he has. So up next, yes, so this is what I was talking about. I would have had to heal back up anyways, but yes, all my boosts wore off. I ran out of energy, so I had to reboost back up. I knew that it was going to be a domino, and made a mistake there. I just mistimed the parry right there, but I am going to take more damage and end up in pretty bad shape here coming up. And this was, I did a parry and I tried to swipe. It wasn't there. It's going to be coming up. I try to swipe to go in and attack, and it doesn't work, and my champ stays there, and then I swipe again. I should have just backed off at that point, but you know, I really wanted that opening, and yeah, end up paying the price. So I think it's after this. It's coming up soon, right here. So you saw you saw me hesitate there, but it wasn't hesitation. It was actually I was trying to swipe and I couldn't go in. So I'm backed into the corner, and this is why I didn't throw my special earlier, just in case I was backed into a corner and need to get out. And I'm looking at my health. This health is very low. And she is awakened, so I do have to worry about the critical failure damage that I'll be taking. And kind of got to be careful about pushing her over a bar of power, just because I can get unlucky. And so that's why I'm waiting. I wanted to get the Fear the Void to trigger before going in and attacking, pushing her over a bar of power. Got to evade this. Trying to get out of corner. Unfortunately, she does get lucky. I get unlucky, so I got to be very careful. Drop my special there as soon as the unlucky wears off. And yeah, you see I'm very low on health right now. So just made it out of there with 12%. I think I started off around like 90 something percent. So yeah, didn't do so well in that fight. But up next, I have Green Goblin, who isn't that bad of a fight for me on this node. Just for the fact that I have Void. He is very annoying to me just because I feel like he doesn't like to throw his specials a lot of times. But the good thing about having Void is he can dance around all he wants. He's still going to be taking a lot of damage. So I do throw on one health potion. That was mainly to get myself out of the assassin range, just in case he does have assassin. And I don't have to worry about my parries failing or my debuffs failing to trigger. So here I am, baiting out a special, trying to get that L2. Got the evade on that. Sometimes I don't fully evade it. I end up blocking the first or the second attack, but I almost always evade that pumpkin bomb at the end. There's some rare times in the arena that I don't evade that. I miss time to evade on it. He's actually throwing his specials a lot faster than he normally does. Whenever I fight him, normally it's more of an effort to bait out that second special, but yeah, he dropped it pretty quickly those 2 times. And yeah, we're about to go into Fear the Void. Which is good because I'm looking at my health. I mean, I'm not really in too much danger, but I like to get this fight over as quickly as possible. Just don't want to make any mistakes towards the end. So going in on him, drop the L1, and he's about to fall. Okay, yeah, I do get a couple more hits in, and he goes down. 64 hits. And he's down. So yeah, that's going to do it for me in this war. They had a rank 5 champion as the main boss, and I'm not sure how many times we died on it. We had to rely on teammates that brought in Symbiote Supreme to revive a few times, and take him down. We did end up losing this war. Sorry, I wish we won. So hats off to the other alliance. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.